Okay, can everybody hear me okay? All right, everybody, let's do this. All right, first thing that I want to do is I want to talk a little bit here about our amazing Flatware. All right, and so I'm going to talk about Flatware, and then I'm going to talk about selling Ultimates, Wency, Signatures, and Homemakers. Wency, you could call it Ultimate Signatures and Kitchen Systems, right? Okay, so screen share. Yes, I want to start screen share. And here we go. All right, thumbs up if you can see my Flatware on the screen. Can everybody see this? Okay, so everybody, I just want to mention something about the Flatware that is amazing. Okay, you ready? I want you to write this down. So everybody, whenever I talk about the Flatware, I talk about it, James, as forever Flatware. Okay, so the first thing I just say, hey, so when you're doing the accessories part of the presentation, right? It's like, hey, James, let me tell you about our forever Flatware. Okay. Obviously, you have some verbiage right here, right, to talk about the Flatware, but I want to mention something, okay? I want to mention something about the Flatware. So our Flatware, everybody, you should write down open stock, okay? Open stock. There are two things about the Flatware that I absolutely love. One of them is their open stock. What I mean about that is, if you wanted to buy one dinner fork, James, you could actually buy one dinner fork. You can't do that with Oneida or Falsegraph. They make really good Flatware. You can buy it, Asante, in Williams-Sonoma. And the problem, Wency, with that Flatware, you can't buy one fork. You have to buy an entire Sophia place setting. So Ryan, you'd have to buy an entire place setting. You can't just buy Noah one salad fork or one teaspoon, right? So if somebody's like, hey, I lost two dinner forks, Noah, they can buy two dinner forks, Luke. But if it's Oneida or Flatware, they have to buy, or Oneida or Falsegraph, they have to buy a set of 5, a place setting, right? So we're open stock. Okay, so the things you want to write down about our forever Flatware: number 1, we're open stock. Number 2, it's forever guaranteed. Every customer has had a fork or a spoon go into the disposal. Everybody's had that happen. And Sophia's right, and then it looks terrible. Or, and this happened to me. Okay, this happened to me. All right. David Green, welcome. Let me catch you up. David Green, we're talking right now about the forever Flatware. And the reason I call it forever Flatware is because it's got the forever guarantee. So the things you want to write down about the Flatware: number 1, it's open stock, which means if somebody loses a dinner fork, they can just buy a dinner fork. They don't have to buy a place setting of 5. So everybody check this out. One of my customers, Blake knows this story. One of my customers, okay, she's a customer of mine for a long time. She sent her kid to school every day with a stainless steel teaspoon for the pudding or the yogurt. And at the end of the school year, David, her daughter lost 24. Every one of her stainless steel teaspoons, they were gone. So she called me up. She's like, Dave, you're not going to believe this, but Chris, I need 24 stainless steel teaspoons. Do I have to buy 24 place settings? And I said, no, it's open stock. You can buy just the 24 teaspoons. And everybody write this down: buy 3, get 1 free. It's the best deal you can always do with Cutco, for Cutco. It could be a David. Somebody says, I want to buy the Homemaker. You go, how many would you like? Well, I need 4 of them. Great. Let's do a buy 3, get 1 free. So I had her buy 18 stainless steel teaspoons, and I threw in the other 6 for free. And Alvaro, she was jacked. Okay, so open stock. That's the first point. The second point, the forever guarantee. If I closed the dishwasher one day. Okay, this is in the last like 5 years. I closed the dishwasher, Tommy, and I heard a sound as if something fell, and I just ran the dishwasher. In the next morning, when I opened the dishwasher, one of our Cutco Flatware pieces had been split in half. Like the little spinner, it broke a piece of Flatware. So we sent it back to the factory, and they just gave us a brand new one, right? Because it's forever guaranteed. So when I talk about the Flatware, I talk about open stock. I talk about the forever guarantee, right? If it goes into disposal or somebody bends it or breaks it, that David, they'll just give you a new one. The other thing you should write down, so open stock, forever guarantee, and the other thing you should write down, forever shine. These flatware pieces, because they're made with the wedge lock handle, we never come out with, first of all, the stainless steel flatware is incredibly beautiful. I think it's the most beautiful thing we make. We do not overhaul our flatware every 2 or 3 years. See, Sydney, if somebody has a set of Oneida and then they lose a few pieces and they go to buy a new 5-piece play setting, what's going to end up happening likely is that it may not match. Cutco will always match because, Chris, it's built with the forever, it's built with the wedge lock handle. Just like we're not going to come out with new table knives because we don't need to. It's already been made. It's good. It's perfect. Okay, so is everybody with me on that? So open stock, forever guarantee, and Antoinette, forever shine. Now, when you have somebody who's interested in the flatware, the greatest deal in Cutco, the greatest deal is the flatware chest. And if you have somebody who's, David, interested in the flatware, Wency, you got to explain to them, show them the math, Dean, so they understand why. Because if somebody goes, okay, you're telling me, Luke, the best deal for Cutco is I'll show you. The best deal for Cutco is the flatware. Oh, you're just trying to get me to spend, do you see what I'm highlighting right here? You're just trying to get me, Luke, to spend $1,800. So if you have somebody, Sophia, interested in the flatware, do the math. Just show them the math. You ready? Look at this. Okay, so check this out. One, Chris, of the 5-piece play settings, one of them is $199. How many of them come in the cherry wood chest? 12. So if you multiply, everybody, 199, if you multiply 199 times 12, okay, I'll do this right now. 199 times 12, our flatware should sell for $23.88. That's how much our flatware should sell for. But wait, Sophia, there's more. You know that cherry wood chest that it comes in? Go ahead and add a couple $100 for the chest. Chris, we should be selling our flatware for about $2,600. What do we sell it for? $17.85. So whenever you have a customer, Noah, that's interested in the flatware, show them the math. So check this out. If they spend $17.85 and you're trying to figure out how many points can I throw in for free, $17.85, David, times 0.2, you have 357 points to play with. Let me show you something. 357 points to play with. Everybody, you see how the basic studio is 345 points? If you have a customer who's buying a basic studio, you should immediately tell them about the flatware and let them know they could get a studio set for free. Now, that doesn't mean, Chris, they're going to all of a sudden buy the flatware, but they might. And the more times you can pitch Dean the flatware, the better you're going to get at it. This is why in the summertime, you go to division meetings. This is why you go to conferences. This is how you get better. Okay, thumbs up if this makes sense. I wanted to give you a little bit of flatware. Everybody good there? Okay. Open stock, forever shine, forever guarantee. All right, so now let's go back here, and I want to teach you something really cool about selling the larger sets. Okay, selling the larger sets, and I've got to go back one slide. Okay, everybody, before I teach you this, I want to mention something. Number one, people only buy, David, what they see. People only buy what they see. So if you say, would you like to place an order for the Homemaker, Wency? And they say, yeah, and you never mention the Signature or the Ultimate, they're never going to buy a Signature or an Ultimate. So point number one, people only buy what they see. Point number two, Luke, people go over their budget all the time. All the time. Happens all the time, right? People go over their budget all the time. Somebody has a trip to Europe. They go $2,000 over budget. Guess what that means? They could afford to go $2,000 over their budget. That's what that means. It's not a big, right? Once, oh, Luke, I can't get the Homemaker because we just spent $2,000 in Europe. What they're saying is they don't feel great buying a Homemaker, but we know they can afford it because they just went to Europe and they went $2,000 over budget. They're just not feeling the Homemaker. Let's Chris drop down. Okay, so everybody has a number. Okay, let me make sure you can see me here. Everybody has a number on the back of their head. Everybody, this is figurative. Dean, you don't have to, right? I can see it now. Everyone's like, what number? Okay, figuratively, Asante. Everybody has a number on the back of their head. That number is, James, how many times do you need to be asked to purchase before you say yes? How many times do you need to be asked to purchase before you say yes? So Drew Frank, He is the division manager of Colorado. It's called the Rocky Mountain Division. He is also the most decorated manager in the history of the company. He's won more silver cups, more national championships than anyone in the history of our company. Drew likes to refer to himself, David, as a one, meaning, so I don't know if you all know this. We have a company car program. When a manager has been running a Cutco Vector office for 20 months or more, they're eligible to be on the car program. And the company gives us a stipend every month to have either a BMW or a Tesla. Now, look, I can't tell you BMW or Tesla are the greatest cars on the planet, but I think it's a cool program, James, right? I think it's a cool program. It was funny. I got a voice memo, Baker, from Danny Lewis in Chicago last Monday. He's like, I just saw a red Tesla Y go by with the third seat, the elusive third row. And I thought of you. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Because I have a red Tesla Y with the elusive third row. All right, Ethan, here we go. Thank you, Cutco. So Drew, when he bought his X6M BMW a few years ago, right? And the company pays him monthly to, that's a pretty sweet deal. So when Drew was buying his X6M, David, the salesperson said to him, hey, do you want to add on this package? Drew's like, yeah. Then they said, Wency, do you want to add on this package? He's like, yeah, James, yeah. And then Drew just stopped the salesperson, Sophia. Drew goes, look, Luke, I like to buy things. Just assume I'm going to say yes to everything you can add on to this car and soup it up. And Alvaro, make it the coolest car ever. And I'm going to say cool. Drew's a one. Like when Drew is walking in a mall and he sees one of those massage chairs, he might sit in it. And then Sydney, the salesperson's like, what do you think? Do you want to get it? He's like, yeah. And then he comes home and puts in his house a massage chair that he didn't need because it is fun for him to buy. Drew is a one. Check this out, everybody. When you're sitting down with a one and you say, would you like to buy the Homemaker, Dean? What do they say? They say, yeah. But if you instead were showing them an Ultimate and said, Wency, do you want to buy an Ultimate? What do they say? They say yes. Okay, so let me tell you about a two. A two is somebody who doesn't say yes the first time, but the second time, what do they say? There go the balloons. Alvaro's nodding at me. They say yes. He's with me. Okay, they say yes. So if you start with the Homemaker, and I remember this as a representative, I'd have customers going, yeah, Wency, I didn't buy that whole house maker that Dave was showing me. I bought the gallery. You know those customers? They don't tell you the right names of the sets, but it doesn't matter. It's not about them, right? So yeah, I didn't get that Homemaker, so I bought the galley. They're a two. They like take on the first pitch as a baseball player. They never swing away at the first pitch. So Asante, if you started with an Ultimate, they're going to say no to the Ultimate, but as you drop down to the signature, ding, 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 that's what they buy. Okay, so everybody, here's where I'm going with this. I want to teach you how to package the Ultimate, Signature, and Homemaker so that they know, Chris, they exist. Okay, and there's a document that your managers can send to you, but I'm going to cover it first because I want to make sure that you see it. All right, so here we go. All right, this was put together by a Cutco sales professional. His name is Kyle. He sold $1.4 million worth of Cutco. Here we go. Okay, you ready for this? Here's where you use this. So after you say you're talking over $4,600 for a set of Cutco, you would start, Wency, using this document. Now, Wency, you also know, well, remember yesterday, right? The kitchen system. Okay, great. So you're talking over $4,600 for a set of Cutco. So it says slide 10, third picture. So we have three main sets. This is our basic set, Uncle Dean. It's the original 10 food prep tools you saw in the videos. It's designed to be the bare minimum size set for the young growing family or people who don't cook much. So Sophia, it's no frills. David, it's what home economists have determined to be the minimum number of tools to do everything in the kitchen. It's designed for people who cook once or twice a week. Now, let me show you what oh, you know what? I'm going to set up my screen differently. I got something for you. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this and like this. All right, I got it. I'm going to set up my screen differently just so you all can see this. Desktop 2. All right, can you all see this right here and this right here? Can everybody see this? All right, cool. All right, so we have three main sets. And what picture are you showing them? You would be showing them, everybody, the Homemaker. Everybody with me on this? So you're showing, hey, we have three main sets. Then you skip to the signature set. Okay, our most popular set is the family set. Now let me call a pause here, everybody. If you don't already do this, you should do this. I want you to write down homemaker set is the basic set. I want you to write this down. Homemaker set is the basic set. Then Luke, signature set is the family set. And then David, ultimate set is the complete set. It's important that you refer to these sets this way, because if you call, here's the ultimate set, some customers, Sydney, are going to go, I don't deserve the ultimate. But if you call it the complete set, it's kind of like, well, Chris, I love to cook. Maybe I should have a complete set. Okay. So when we talk about the family set, that's the signature set. Look right here. It says, so Sydney, our most popular set is the family set. Now pause. I think all of you know the most popular set is the homemaker. But if you ask anybody over 150,000 in career sales, right? If you ask Tommy, if you ask Eric Arias, if you ask any Cutco sales professional, David, what set do you sell the most of? People will say, I don't know if I'd use every piece in the ultimate. And then they would say, Tommy, where's the cheese knife and the homemaker? That's why Tommy crushes signature sets. So right here where it says our most popular set is the signature set, it's the one the Smiths got, the Jacksons got, the Steigers got, and the Ambrosinos got. You can only name drop once you've sold some signatures. So I don't want you to feel like, Antoinette, you got to say all that. But here's the reality is, talk to anybody over 150,000 in sales, and they will tell you the homemaker is not the most popular set. That is not the set that we sell the most of when people hit 150. It's the family set. Okay, so let me keep going. This set is for people who fit in between. By the way, again, give me a thumbs up if you can still see a picture of the signature on the screen and my note. Okay, thank you, Antoinette. Okay, so this picture makes it look larger, but it's actually just the basic set plus the 4 most popularly added customer favorite pieces. Our customers wrote in a decade requesting Cutco create this. The first customer favorite are the shears. Remember the ones that cut the penny? They're great for food like broccoli, cilantro, herbs, pizza, chicken bones, crabs, spaghetti, even cardboard, and those impossible to open plastic packages. They come apart. They're easy to clean. They're designed for righties and lefties. And because they have teeth for gripping, you can cut silk and paper and not have it go in between the blade and dull them out. These shears are a lifesaver, Aunt Sydney, around the house. The family set also comes with the Hardy slicer, or as most people call it, the barbecue knife. Hey, who's the grill master, Alvaro, at your house? Cool. This knife is the knife's unique to Cutco. No other company makes something like it. It's perfect for anything, Chris, you throw on the grill. Tri-tip, ribs, flank steak, pork tenderloin, carne asada, rotisserie chicken. It's also great for tough veggies where you struggle to cut through the rind. Butternut squash, spaghetti squash, acorn squash, sweet potatoes, pineapple. Goes through it like butter, Antoinette. Even ears of corn with that thick cob in the middle goes through that too. Okay, this set also comes with the mini chopper. Everybody, time out. The mini chopper is the petite santoku. But why do we call it, Chris, the mini chopper? It's easier to remember. Just like the cheese knife, we don't call it the cheese knife. We call it the non-stick knife. Because if you call it the cheese knife, you are pigeonholing it, David, for people thinking it's only for cheese. It is not. Okay, so this set comes with our mini chopper. It's nice and small. It's super lightweight. That way you have a bigger chef knife that's part of the basic set for all your bigger stuff like carrots, celery, and big heads of lettuce for salad and soup. And the mini chopper handles the smaller stuff, onions, garlic, cilantro, shallots, and herbs. A lot of people with smaller hands love this knife. Boom. You got to say that phrase. If you said to my wife, what is your favorite chopping knife, Antoinette, she would say the mini chopper. If you said to me, what is my favorite chopping knife? I'll tell you it's the Santoku or the veggie knife, right? Okay. Finally, this set comes with our non-stick knife. This is our top selling knife, Luke, in the company. Do you see the holes, Uncle Chris? Okay, those prevent the food from sticking to the blade. So things like cheese, potatoes, apples, orange, peels, limes, and onions are easier to cut. It glides through effortlessly. Not only that, it's the sharpest knife we sell. It is the best tomato knife on the planet. It can cut slices so thin they're transparent. So that's the family set. It's the basic set, Noah, with the 4 customer favorite add-ons. Okay, now everybody, we go to the complete set. All right, here's the complete set. The complete set is for people who love to cook, have a big family, entertain once in a while, or just has the best Cutco has to offer. Dean, that sentence right here is vital because you are appealing, Wency, to the 4 types of people who tend to buy Ultimates. They love to cook, they have a big family, they entertain once in a while, or they want the best Cutco has to offer. Sophia, the first Ultimate set that was sold in our office, this is going back to 1999 here, first Ultimate set sold in our office was to a mother of 9 kids. Okay, did she love to cook? I don't know, Dean, if she loved to cook, but Wency, she was cooking all day. Did she have a big family? Check. Did they entertain Noah? No, no one ever went in their house. They had 9 kids, Luke. It was always a mess. Did she want the best Cutco had to offer? No, but she spent $600 a week at Costco. all day long, James. This person's prepping food, right? Okay. So it has all the tools for every task from veggies to meat, turkey to fish, stir fry to casserole, soup to salad. It includes the heaviest cleaver on the market. It's good for any frozen food, food with a bone, and even coconut. You'll also get our veggie knife, which is our most professional style chopper. It's got a wide blade, so it's easy to transfer food. Our boning knife for all your raw meat and butterflying chicken breast. A melon knife, great for taking the rind off watermelon and filleting salmon. Everyone, I want you to write something down. We just called the salmon knife the melon knife. It is awesome for round fruit because it's so flexible. It is great for cutting watermelon. It's also great for filleting fish. But Sophia, if you just call it a salmon knife, Wency, there are people like, I don't do much fish, I wouldn't use it. Well, if they do watermelon in the summer, like when it's 90 degrees like today, oh, yeah. All right. So you ready for this? It also has a longer paring knife, a bagel knife. That's the petite slicer. This set is one and done. You'll have the best set of knives available on the market. You'll have every single tool for the job, no matter what you're doing. You'll literally never need to spend a single penny on knives ever again. And David, I slow down when I say that. Okay, so Uncle Wency, based on how much you and your family cook, if you were to buy a set you'd use, Sean, for the next 20, 30, 40 years, would you be best served with the basic set, the family set? Again, that's the one a lot of your friends got with the 4 customer favorites, or the complete set with all your requested tools, so you're the envy of your friends and you never have to buy knives again. Again, only name drop Luke when you've done this. And then you only ask for the order on that set and you can drop down from there. Make sense? So let's say, Luke, they go, hey, tell me about the family set.
Phone number on it?
You can say to them, hey, I want to tell you a little bit more about the family set. Right here are the pieces. Again, it's the homemaker, and it's got 4 extra pieces: cheese knife, your mini chopper. Okay, it's got the barbecue knife, and it comes with the shears. Now, a few minutes ago, so here's a cool thing, Luke. With the homemaker set, if somebody gets the homemaker, we tend to throw in the shears. The family set automatically has the shears. So if you were to go with the family set, I can throw in the entertainer pack and the kitchen tools. That's $600 worth of free stuff. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you this question, Dean. Would you like to place an order for the family set and get $600 of free Cutco? Smile and nod. Drink water. Ask for the order and drink water, because if they don't say anything, they're thinking. All right. Let me pause for a minute. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up. What's up, Angel Coomer? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. All right. So here's one of the things we can do, everybody, is we can drop in the chat. Well, actually, I don't know if we can drop it in the chat, but we can certainly get this document to you. Okay. This is the document on presenting the 3 prices, where you let them know, Dean. All right. The whole presentation is geared around a homemaker. So we don't spend a lot of time right now talking about the homemaker. We spend some time talking about the family set, and then we've got a big paragraph on the complete set. And then whichever one they pick, Sophia, we can go to that, tell them the price, and give them free stuff. Now, I want to mention one other thing, and then we'll call it. Did you all see what I offered for free with the family set? Did you all see that? So I bring up the fact that if somebody buys a homemaker, if somebody buys a homemaker, Chris, we typically throw in the shears. The shears automatically come with the family set, or the shears automatically come with the complete set. So if you place an order for the complete, so I basically offer the same thing for free, everybody, with the signature of the ultimate. They can get the entertainer pack and the kitchen tools. $600 worth of free stuff. And I build it up, Chris, like you saw me just build it up. Now, are you going to be perfect the first time you do that? No. And Alvaro, that's okay. Ethan, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for progress over perfection. If you take what I just taught you and you use it on your next appointment, you'll make some mistakes, but your second time it's better. The third time it's better. By the 4th time, you're like, all right, I'm figuring this thing out. Everybody with me on that? All right, so everybody, if you go to the chat, John Baker just put that document in there. I would grab that document so that you can use it. I would grab that document so that you can use it. And now what we want to do, there's 2 parts to Champs Club, right? There's 2 parts to Champs Club. The first part of Champs Club, well, today, we learned. The second part is Wency, we're going to make calls, right? If you learn for 20 or 30 minutes and then you make calls for 20 or 30 minutes, right? The idea is make 10 calls, Ryan. Even if you got an appointment or 2 or 3, it's going to help you. Just the other day on Monday, Sean from the San Mateo team, he was there in the morning. He made calls. He booked some same day appointments, James, and he sold $2,000 on Monday. By the way, the same Sean yesterday had another grand day. A grand day is where you sell a grand for the day. David, a real grand day is when you earn a grand for the day, right? That's pretty sweet. Okay, so everybody, here's what I want you to do. I want you to get your phone approach in front of you. What we have to do right now is an exercise to warm up your voice, right? You never want to call a customer cold. Ethan, when I used to make phone calls when I was 19, I tried to get my voice as high as humanly possible so I came off as non-threatening. I don't want to call Aunt Sophia and sound like, "Hi, Aunt Sophia, it's Dave. I was recommended to you by Luke." No. "Hey, Sophia, it's Dave Powders. How are you?" I'm not even kidding you, Luke. That's what I did to my voice when I would call customers. I wanted to come off as non-threatening as possible. All right, so everybody, whenever you're on the phone, you want to have 3 things in front of you: your phone approach, your schedule, and then handling questions. There's a page in your training manual. I've dog-eared that, David. You're going to learn that in advanced training too. But Wency, I've dog-eared that page in my manual. So if a customer asks me a question I've never heard, I can flip right to it. Like Delta, I had a customer once say, "Dave, I've seen the presentation 100 times," and I've never heard that. And I flipped right to my dog-eared page. I was like, "Oh, David, you could probably do the presentation better than I could. Look, if you've seen it 100 times, you're likely not going to buy, and that's good because it goes quicker when people don't buy. Could we do the appointment tomorrow at 3, or is 4:30 better?" And then, David, I found out she'd seen the presentation 3 times, and she bought $600. The reason people give you objections on the phone, they want to see how important the presentation is to you. They want to see if you'll fight for the presentation. So everybody, here's what we want to do. I want you to warm up your voice. I want you to go through your phone approach. I want you to say it to yourself a time or 2. Baker, you can pause the recording. We got what we needed for today, which is great.